There's something about the desert in November. The air cools down, the dust settles, and for a few days, a spot in the middle of the open desert turns into something a little bit bigger than just a campground. In 2025, Ocotillo on the Rocks brought together nearly 350 people and around 200 vehicles, built rigs, people living in full-time, part-time, weekend explorers, all types. What makes this event special isn't the vehicle count, it's more the community. And in 2025, the desert decided to test us a little bit more than we expected. The first day was pretty cloudy, but it started off how you'd expect. You'd see the headlights rolling in, vans pulling off the highway, dust trails forming in the distance, and people arriving with anticipation and curiosity. The registration tent goes up, camping spots started to fill. A bare stretch of the desert started turning into a temporary community. Some people have been coming to Ocotillo on the Rocks since the very beginning, almost 3 years ago, before it was really an official event. And there were some that were coming for the first time, not sure what to expect. A few hours in, everybody is set up, chairs out, awnings open, radios checked, ready for the weekend. One thing that makes Ocotillo on the Rocks more than just a meetup is the chance to learn from people who've actually lived these experiences. We had sessions covering everything from vehicle basics to real-world problem solving. Stuff that matters when you're out in the desert planning for a big trip. Jason Repko and I ran the Know Your Sprinter classes, breaking down drivetrain, suspension, and what the vans can do and what they can't do on the trail. Bob Waller's brought wisdom from decades of off-road safety work.
Yeah.
Talking about context of exploring off-road, how to assess a sucked vehicle, and developing a recovery plan that works when it really counts. Brett Siegel walked through Adventure Apps because out here, knowing how to read the terrain and plan a route is just as important as having the right rig. Charlene Bauer offered multiple sessions like powertrain basics, tires, wheels, brakes, suspension, recovery tools, and field fixes. All practical, no-nonsense skills at any experience level. We even had suspension Q&A with our very own junior GMRS communications with Scott Jensen from GME, and a backcountry camping 101 session with Adam Hockey, all meant to empower people with useful skills, not just inspiration. We might not have videos of all of these, but they're a big part of what made this event valuable. After classes were over in the afternoon, we had a meeting for the trail leaders to discuss routes, logistics, safety, difficulty levels, and how to make sure everybody got the most out of their rigs. When you're leading groups in the desert, especially mixed groups with different experience levels, preparation and communication matters. We had beginner trails, intermediates, and advanced. We were ready. When the sun goes down in the desert, the energy shifts. Dinner fires up, the main gathering area fills in, people grab food, drinks, and started swapping stories. Chad from Living the Van Life took over as DJ that night, We had the music rolling across the camp, lights glowing, people laughing by the campfires, and under string lights and awnings. Our friends in the Agile team were making everything run smoothly. In the kitchen, serving food, working the bar, and keeping things moving. These events don't happen without the crew, and everybody pitched in to make the first evening an awesome one. Sponsors and partners showed up strong, and their support allows us to build this event responsibly, year after year. After dinner, Peter and Kathy Holcomb, Famagogo, shared epic stories from their travels on the Pan American Highway in their Sprinter. That's something you don't always see in a recap video. The conversations, the experiences, the reason people build these vehicles in the first place. By the end of the night, people were dancing in the desert, enjoying everything the event had to offer. And day 2 was waiting. Day 2 came in moody. Rain, wind, cloudy skies over the desert, but no one packed up. On the contrary, one by one, rigs lined up by difficulty. Trail leaders gathered in teams, quick safety talks, radio checks, and we all rolled out. The advanced mix group, made of Sprinters, Grenadiers, and other vehicles, headed out into terrain that didn't look quite the same as we had scouted. One of the first challenges,
right here,
punctured sidewall on the trail.
Just to be safe. Okay.
That's just the nature of off-road travel. In general, no biggie. We did a tire change right there in the desert. Everybody pitched in. No panic, just problem solving.
Were you hoping for one of these today, John?
Oh yeah, always a good time.
For a while after that, things went smoothly. We were just clogging along, carving up sandy trails, washes. But then we ran into something a little bit bigger. A rock had fallen into a narrow canyon section, completely blocking the road. I went ahead to scout it to see if there was a clean line around it. But further up, more rockfall, more mud. Didn't want to tear this section up. At a certain point, leaner group means knowing when to turn around. So we did, but we were looking forward to the next run.
What's the verdict?
We're gonna tear up the trail, so we're gonna turn around. Yeah, so I was able to get up this, and I probably could have got up the last spot, but it's pretty muddy once you get into this brown mud, and it's not, the rain's not getting any better, but so we're gonna turn the group around, which kind of sucks, but it's probably best for the trail.
We aired back up at the end of the trail with the rain still coming down. Meanwhile, our beginner group ran into something a little unexpected as well. A flash flood caught them a little off guard. Many people got a surprise lesson in off-roading that day, but it's nothing our trail leaders couldn't handle for them.
Cut over a little sooner, you're getting too close to that wash. Cut over towards me sooner. Yep. More towards me, more towards me, more towards me. So you follow me here in the yellow sweatshirt. Come towards me. Come towards me. Yep, come towards me. Come over towards me in the yellow sweatshirt. Stay away from that wash on your left. Come over towards me, yellow sweatshirt. Yep. Cut now, cut. Over towards me, yellow sweatshirt.
This was a good reminder that you can plan and be prepared, but the desert still decides. My second run that day was Grenadiers only. We were joined by a representative from Alcon, which is a great opportunity for me as an owner to directly connect with somebody from one of the brands that helps us with our platforms. This run took us through land once owned by the railroad, terrain with history, character, and plenty of technical sections. We worked through hill climbs using lockers, talked line choice, tackled a few obstacles. Folks got to learn a lot about their Grenadiers firsthand, in real time. But the rain kept coming down, the wind kept blowing. Not ideal conditions, but it was real. And then in the middle of it all, double rainbow stretched across the desert. You can't just plan that. Those rocks will definitely remember that day. We left a little orange on the rocks. We finished up the run at sunset. Grenadiers lined up at the road, mud splatters and a few well-earned battle scars. We had to take a group photo because moments like this don't come often. That evening, the weather pushed dinner inside the basketball court. Not ideal, but it worked. Everyone seemed to be enjoying everything going on. DNR live band playing hits and jams. People packed in, food and drinks flowing. The weather didn't even get a word in, and after a while, we didn't even have to worry about the rain anymore. And then we gathered everybody in to say thank you. So again, this community here is the event, 100%. We're very thankful if you bought product from this. If you haven't, it doesn't matter if you are a guest here. And we'd appreciate it if you were interested in buying other product. We're happy to help you. But again, you guys are the community. We've been doing this since 2016. I'm John. This is Jesus. And this is Glenn's. Three of the four people that started this business in 2016, Ramsey, who was the founder of it, the main founder, he passed away soon after we started the event. But this is the core of the company right here. And right now the company, I believe we have 33 folks. So for probably first couple of years, there was like 4 or 5 of us. And we've just been real fortunate times for us. It's been a passion of mine, Jesus's and Glenn's, to bring it to where we're at. We've been blessed with everything that's going on. COVID was a whole nother story, but even before that, we were growing. And then once COVID happened and a lot of people wanted to get away, and then just seeing the van community change from, everybody wanting to get out, get away from big RVs and get into something that they can go out and do. Anza-Borrego is one of my favorite places, and I've been somewhat desensitized to it because it's my backyard. Everywhere I go, I think it's cool. But I come out here, and every weekend I can get lost out here. And there's so many places you could take your van and go out and, drive around and boondock and find places and little hidey holes. And hopefully you're finding out where you can take your vans. Whether you're stock or whether you're well equipped, they're pretty amazing vehicles. I want to thank for putting on the event. We've got some key sponsors that helped us out. These are people that we work with, and you're going to find where we deal with certain manufacturers for reasons, and a lot of it is they come to us, they help us with different events like this, and they help us with products, they help us with developing things and making things better for all you guys. And so they're all listed there. We also have some partners here. Jason Rebko with Cactus to Canyons. Jeremy and Craig, they have Backlands Adventures, and they are very van specific where they can take out. And then we've also got Bob Wallers. Bob has tours that he does Death Valley and Baja. I want to again thank Bob for putting on his recovery classes, things like that. Charlene Bauer for doing it, Miss BFG over here. She put on some classes as well. And then Brett, who did OnX, he did the GPS classes. Unfortunately, these classes are only like an hour long, so they can't really cover as much detail. And you're welcome to contact those people either here or offsite to get more involved in, if you want to get more training. Again, we really want to thank everybody for coming out. This is a big deal to us. Last year, we had 50 people in the middle of nowhere. It was kind of a handful. This was, I wouldn't say it was easier, but it definitely came off a lot easier, in my opinion, the way that we're doing it. And next year we'll do it, and all the partners that came out here, and then all of our vendors that are helping us, they're all on board to help us again next year. We'll do this again. Oh yeah, and then a big thanks to Laura. Laura put this whole thing on. Well, she's put on this whole event, and I think that's truly her calling, but she also does all of our
marketing. Also, the food here was done by Lisa, who works in the office, and her crew.
Anyways, John usually gets to do all the talking, so I just wanted to thank everyone again. Again, Laura, my guy, hey, Laura has been just a dream of just putting this together, and I get next year, you know, I was a little afraid. I was like, that's a lot of vans, that's a lot of people. Laura's, I got this. And so next year, we'll make it bigger, and we hope to see you there, you know, here as well. And we need to let Glenn talk, because he usually doesn't say anything either.
I like to talk so much.
Yeah.
Same thing. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I know it's, like John says, it's been our biggest event so far, and we had some little bit of weather, but you guys weren't afraid of it. I got out today, which was cool. Got muddy. You know, I got to change flat tire. You know, it was fun. I hope all you guys had fun.
Took a couple wrong turns.
Yeah. It's all good. So we'll just continue doing it. And thanks again for coming out and supporting us. And we'll see you guys all next year.
We do have a small raffle. I'm not a big fan of raffles, but we do have a few people have given us some raffle gifts. So you put your tickets in there, we're going to draw them, and you're going to win something. Good luck.
After the speech, we rolled into a raffle. Jake and Laura took over, calling numbers and handing out prizes.
Congratulations!
Sponsors stepped up in a big way this year. Seeing people win gear they actually use on the trail is always a highlight.
2, 4, 1.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. All right, next row. Okay, 195,782. 782. Here we go.
And then came something that wasn't planned. A late night run to a spot called Hollywood and Vine. Friends, partners, participants, everybody hopped in their rigs and got rolling into the dark desert night. Lighting up the canyon walls and the broad washes with their Baja design lights. We packed in formation near the rock wall that Chad, Reed, and Tim had set up with colored LEDs. Had the DJ station all set up, complete with sound system, and who could forget Tim's frickin' glowing band. What started out as an improvised idea turned into a full desert rave. Music echoing off the rock walls, Grenadiers and sprinters lit up in the background. People dancing, talking, and just sharing an awesome night in the middle of nowhere. That wasn't on the schedule, that was community. Looking back at Ocotillo on the Rocks 2025, yes, over 350 people showed up, 200 rigs, but really stands out isn't the numbers, it was the way the people showed up for each other. When things broke, people stepped in. When the trail changed, we adapted. When the rain came, nobody ran. For a few days, the desert wasn't just a backdrop. It was a place where everybody connected over curiosity, capability, and a shared love for getting outdoors. That's what Ocotillo is about. That's why we keep growing. We're already planning 2026. Not just making it bigger for the sake of being bigger, but to create more space for people who want to be part of this. More trails, more education, more opportunities to learn, more room for new faces, all without losing what makes this event what it is. If you were there, thank you. If you're thinking about coming next year, we'd love to see you in the desert. Ocotillo on the Rocks isn't just an event. It's a reminder of why we build these vehicles in the first place. And we're just getting started.